Good evening, Lake Orion. Well, it's a nice, sunny day. I'm your host, Anthony, and I am Between Taorminas. Yes, indeed. This is Between Taorminas here on ONTV. I'm your host, Anthony Taormina, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, my brother Sammy Taormina and Ian Witherspoon. Hello, gentlemen.
I know she said me last.
Yeah, why not? What's wrong with that?
I don't know, just something I noticed.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about something that means so dear to your hearts for both of you. You two seem to be in a celebratory mood today.
No.
No.
Not us.
Not us. Michigan.
Who?
Who?
Football. Michigan
football.
Yeah. Never heard of her.
So, okay. Aren't they a corporate team that's paid for by Bob Bridges, Vernon Burden, and Dan Haas? Describe who those three people are, Sam, so our viewers know who they are. Everybody knows about Bob Bridges. Vernon Burden's the assistant principal at Lake Orion High School, and Dan Haas, the principal at Scripps Middle School. Okay. Fair descriptions about all three.
Sounds like those guys should do what their school system tells them to do and bleed green.
Party on, my friends, party on. Hey, Michigan looked very good against Bucky.
They looked really good.
They looked really good against Bucky, yeah.
That winged helmet.
Yeah, they looked really
beautiful.
Good.
They had a bye week, so they were nice and clean.
Yeah, and then they gave up 203 rushing yards to Jonathan Taylor.
And that was just in the first quarter.
I know. No, they gave 174 yards in the first quarter.
I know. It was quite a bit.
So you two are actually happy about what happened with Michigan and Wisconsin.
This weekend was one of the better sports weekends in Metro Detroit in years. Okay? The Lions won. The Tigers won on Sunday. The Wings won a preseason game on Sunday.
Who cares?
The Spartans won.
That's a good thing.
And Michigan got blown out at high noon up in Camp Randall.
Not to mention the Lake Orion Dragons regained the 00 trophy on Friday.
And Lake Orion smoked Oxford.
Yes.
35-0.
Regained the 00 trophy.
Wow.
Indeed.
Wow.
It was a good weekend, but let's go to our first with Michigan.
Okay, all right.
You know, Jonathan Taylor, he's legit, but Wisconsin's offensive line is scary.
Oh, yeah.
There's a reason why Wisconsin has homegrown talent.
Yeah. And
there's a reason why Jim Harbaugh's in a lot of trouble.
Yes.
And Jonathan Taylor had 203 rushing yards. 174 of them came in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much tells the whole story.
The game was over at halftime.
Yes.
Before
and Michigan has got problems everywhere.
Yeah, they're not a good team.
They've got problems everywhere. And when you look at that schedule, they got to play Iowa. You still got to play Penn State and the whiteout.
They still got to play Notre Dame.
They still got to play Notre Dame. You still got to play Michigan State. And then you got to play Ohio State.
I don't know if they're going to make it for Ohio State, man.
Right now, I think this is a 6-6 football team right now.
They are trending towards Brady Hoke days
yes.
right now.
This is a 6-6 football team right now.
And to think how they started, struggling with Army in week 2.
I salute Army. They should have beat Michigan.
Good.
They should have beat Michigan. Army's pretty good, though.
They are pretty good.
Army's pretty good. Army is pretty good.
But if you're Michigan, is the expectation to barely beat a pretty good team? Or is it to compete for the Big Ten?
This is the same organization that did lose to Appalachian State back in 2007.
It is. That was 12 years ago.
And they've lost to Toledo in the past. That was under Rich Rodriguez.
They have.
It's not like, Michigan is prone to, So, Michigan was supposed to be this great next team. Everybody was hyping Michigan up. You know what? Everybody in the media believes that this team's going to be for real. Everybody in the media is going to say, well, it's Michigan because of Jim Harbaugh and all that. Come on. You have beaten Ohio State only twice since Jim Tressel got to Columbus. And ever since Ohio State's had 3 coaches, Urban Meyer, Tressel, and Luke Fickell. Michigan beat Luke Fickell and Jim Tressel once. They did not beat Urban Meyer. Everybody thought Jim Harbaugh was going to come and save Michigan. He's lost 4 straight to Ohio State, and he's probably going to lose 5. So you're telling me if Michigan coaches, here's the thing. If you go 0-5 against Ohio State, you should be fired. And I'm telling you right now, Jim Harbaugh should be fired right now. Heck, Mark D'Antonio's beaten Ohio State twice. You know?
Yep, and he's got
one of them with a backup quarterback.
In their barn.
In their barn. So, here's the thing.
Not to mention that, speaking of D'Antonio, he's got the most wins out of any coach in Michigan State football history.
True.
That's true.
Congrats.
That's true. Congrats, Coach D.
They have their own issues, though.
They have their own issues, but it's not as bad as Michigan's issues.
Maybe because Michigan, it's so out there in the media, whereas with Michigan State, it's a little more, the media spotlight's not as much on them
Michigan
as it is
State
with
can
Michigan.
fix their issues on the offensive side of the ball. Yeah, they didn't look good against Arizona State, but
they lost.
Lewerke looked magnificent against Northwestern
in the second half.
In the second half.
Not the first half.
They still got issues on the offensive line. I'm still very concerned about that with them. But their defense is legit, and they're going to keep them in games. You just watch with Michigan State. I think right now Michigan State is in a much better position right now than Michigan is right now.
You mentioned the media and how this problem goes back for years, but still, even though Michigan has these issues, they still cannot win big games.
No.
They are still continually hyped, not only locally, especially locally, nationally. Now, Michigan State, on the other hand, gets no publicity.
No.
Nobody knows how to say the coach's name properly at ESPN or Fox Sports.
Right.
They are targeted with these reports and allegations of how they employ bad people, which they have, but their problems are blown up way more than Michigan's. And this is all fuel for the fire for Michigan State. These guys at Michigan read their own press clippings, man. They believe their own hype.
Yeah.
Whereas Michigan State is continually looked down upon.
Yeah,
so they take that as fuel, man.
I agree with you 100% on that. I agree with you. And here's the thing. I'm personally calling for Jim Harbaugh's head right now. I think he should be fired. He should be fired. But then you gotta wonder.
This is year 5.
But then you gotta wonder. This is year 5. Year 5.
Who won a big game?
Who would take over if Harbaugh gets the sack?
What does it matter?
It doesn't matter because
if he's not right, he ain't right. You go find the right guy. But I think there's more to your point, Ant. This is a Michigan problem. Institutional. These people believe they're better than other people.
Yeah.
It's not true.
No.
We're all just people. And the results are on the field.
You haven't beaten Ohio State. You haven't beaten Michigan State. Until
They've beaten Michigan State, but the thing is,
not continuously.
The difference is Michigan State has went to a college football playoff.
That's a huge
Michigan State has won Big Ten championships.
And Michigan is a supposed national powerhouse. They recruit nationally. They recruit these guys that are 5 stars and 4 stars.
But it's the same
they should
problem.
have better
it's
players,
the same
shouldn't they?
problem that Brady Hoke and Rich Rodriguez have. They don't know how to develop players. Jim Harbaugh does not know how to develop a quarterback. You look at the quarterbacks. He's relying on transfers to carry this program.
That aren't good.
That are not good. Shea Patterson is not a good quarterback.
He's not.
Basically, until Jim Harbaugh can develop a quarterback,
Why didn't they give McCaffrey a chance?
they did, but he got concussed.
hurt.
But until Jim Harbaugh develops a quarterback, this program is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. You look at Ohio State. They have Justin Fields in there, transferred in from Georgia. Look what he's done. Now, yes, have they played anybody? No. But when you look at Michigan State has developed quarterbacks. You look at Connor Cook. You look at Kirk Cousins. You look at Brian Lewerke. They have been proven quarterbacks. They're proven quarterbacks.
But they also lost to Arizona State.
They did.
They did. But Pac-12 officiating crew.
No, they lost the game.
But they did
They
lose
lost
the
the
game.
game.
They did lose.
So don't make excuses.
But they're still the resume of D'Antonio versus Harbaugh.
Not even close. I take D'Antonio's D'Antonio's resume any day over Harbaugh's.
We feel like we need to bow to Harbaugh because he's been hyped up. He's in commercials. He's been to a Super Bowl, which
He's got his own song. Like, who's got it better than us?
He's got a dumb song. I mean,
D'Antonio!
none of this has translated to wins.
None. Nothing. And look at what Mark D'Antonio's done. College football playoff. 3 Big Ten
At
championships.
Michigan State. At Michigan State.
At Michigan State. At Michigan State.
A dump program. Not a dump program, but not Michigan, not Ohio State, not Penn State.
At Michigan State.
At Michigan State.
He's at Penn State's number. He's beaten Ohio State. He's beaten Michigan.
Beating Wisconsin.
Beating Wisconsin.
Beating Notre Dame.
Beating Notre Dame. You know what I mean?
Do you have any
Beating
final
Nebraska.
thoughts?
I'm telling you, Jim Harbaugh, I'm telling you, here's my thoughts. Jim Harbaugh has to be fired. Seriously. I'm serious.
What if Michigan does a bounce back?
Not with that schedule. Not with that schedule.
Or
genius.
that team. They don't have a good team.
They don't have a good team.
Their defense. They lost a
Their
lot
defense
of
is
pro
horrible.
players, man.
Their defense is horrible. This is a cultural problem. You're right, Ian, about this. You were right, Ian. 100% right about Michigan. They got a cultural problem.
My final thought real quick,
Yeah.
and I have some people in my life that I love that went to Michigan. Good Michigan people that think this is a problem. But then there's a large portion of people that just think, we're from Michigan. It's all good. There's no problems. Just keep selling that gear. Keep that Block M. Keep the ridiculous Woody Hayes glasses on. I mean,
Yeah, there's a problem.
people need to get back to work
There's
and
a
quit reading their press clippings.
There's a problem.
That's my final thought.
That's a problem, Ian. There's a problem.
Wow,
We
in
both
this
agree.
rare segment where Sammy and Ian both agree with each other, we'll be right back with Between Taorminas here on ONTV.
The Orion Area Chamber of Commerce invites you to come out for the 15th annual Shop Local Expo on Thursday, October 3rd from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. More than 100 local vendors will be set up in Lake Orion High School's field house, offering information about their products and services, with many offering free food samples. Cast your vote during the Pizza War and Sandwich Slam contests. The event is free to the public. It's a great opportunity to meet with representatives of the Lake Orion business community. For more information, call 248-693-6300 or visit orionareachamber.com. Start your holiday shopping early and support local entrepreneurs by visiting Orion Township's Made in the Mitten Arts and Crafts Show at the Orion Center on Saturday, October 5th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Local vendors will be selling unique, one-of-a-kind items including art, jewelry, clothing, home decor, and more. Parking and admission is free. For more information, call 248-391-0304, extension 3500, or visit orionparks.com.
Welcome back to Between Taorminas here on ONTV. I'm your host, Anthony Taormina. In shock and disbelief that Sam and Ian would be in agreement with each other like this. It's unbelievable. All right, speaking of Sam and Ian, here they are.
We're just
We're just happy.
we're just the second fiddle to this guy here.
Yeah, we're second fiddle.
Well, that's not a bad thing. Okay, so let's talk about the Lions. The Lions are undefeated right now. at
Kinda.
2-0.
I wouldn't say undefeated because I'm in a little wager with two people right now. Lake Orion Athletic Director Chris Bell and this guy right here on the Lions. I still think they're going to go below 8 wins this year. I still believe it, especially when you look at that Lions team almost survived an infamy of disaster on Sunday against the Eagles of Philadelphia, where
Injury depleted.
an injury-depleted Eagles team where they should have freaking lost. They should have lost.
The Lions?
Yeah,
No.
they should have lost.
No.
They almost gave it away. They did everything they could to blow that game.
No.
I mean, you know what?
Wasn't
the
that
Lions.
bad.
You know what? The
It
Lions.
wasn't Arizona, man.
You know what? The Lions. They put every single stress.
Well,
If you have a stressometer, they're up at the 10th spot.
yeah.
Because the Lions, they are going to really make you stressed out,
My chest still hurts, yeah.
and they're gonna scar you for life. I mean, like, I don't know if I could trust the franchise as this to be. This is a complete disaster. For them to be 2-0-1.
Won the game.
For them to be 2-0-1 right now is like a blessing in disguise right now because you know what's going to happen. Disaster's going to loom for this team. Disaster could happen. They got Kansas City this week.
I know.
Patrick Mahomes is going to tear that defense apart,
That's
even
one
without
game.
Darius Slay.
That's one.
And then you
game.
got to play Minnesota twice, Green Bay twice, Chicago twice.
I get it.
And then you still got to play Dallas. You still got to play. Yeah. You still got to play the New York Giants.
Dallas is on the road.
Dallas,
or is that
Dallas is Ford Field. Okay. I'm telling you, I think Jeff he's gonna have a big game in that one.
But, I agree with you there.
Okay.
And the Lions are basically this team's. I think they're in a lot of trouble. I really do.
So they won a game yesterday on the road against Philly, who's supposed to make the playoffs.
Yeah, who was completed.
This is a. Wait a minute.
They didn't have Deshaun Jackson. They didn't have
Alshon
Jeffrey.
Do I care? Why would I care? Why would you care?
You need to care.
No, you don't need to care.
Yes, you do.
You play who's on the field, man. They're still wearing the Eagle helmet. There was still Carson Wentz there. They were still supposed to be able to rush the ball. They're supposed to. Look, if Philly has aspirations to go back to the Super Bowl, do you think they should have beat the Lions at their home?
Yeah, they should have beat the Lions.
No matter who's injured?
They should have beat the Lions.
Okay. They did? Did they?
But when I look at the NFC North right now, Green Bay's playing well right now.
Minnesota's
playing well right now.
They are.
And the Lions right now are basically, I would say, in the NFC North right now, the third best team in that division. And then you still got Chicago, who's got a vicious defense.
Okay, check this out. Do we think the Lions, in the preseason, do you think they would have been 2-0-1?
No.
Okay. So?
They shouldn't have tied the Cardinals.
They should not have tied the Cardinals. They should be undefeated. But can we take a moment to recognize some of the things that they've been doing right? Because I know...
What have they been doing right besides Jamal Agnew's 100-yard touchdown return on a kickoff?
I think the offense, I think they have a real offensive coordinator. I know they haven't performed great and they still cannot rush the ball. They made improvements in that area last year. They still have a long way to go in rushing. But I think Darrell Bevell is a real coordinator. I think he is a guy that has Stafford been playing well? I think Stafford's been playing pretty well.
I think he's been playing mediocre. Mediocre.
What?
What? Mediocre. What do you mean mediocre? You don't see him throwing for 300 yards.
I don't know if... Okay, all right, okay. Is he doing better than last year?
No.
No?
No.
He was terrible last year. In the opening game against the Jets, he threw 4 picks.
2 years ago, he was a great quarterback. He's trying to get back to where he was 2 years ago.
So it's about steps. And look at what's the knock been on Stafford? The biggest knock on Stafford.
Winning on the road.
Winning on the road.
And they won on the road.
And they won on the road against Philly, man. They're pretty good. Philly's pretty good.
Until they beat Minnesota, Green Bay on the road.
Look, they've got to split their road games.
They have beaten Green Bay on the road.
What's that?
They have beaten Green Bay on the road.
They've gotten that monkey off their back. Aaron Rodgers is going to be there this time, though.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I understand it's tough, but I'm seeing things as a Lions fan I have not seen before with the organization and with the team and the toughness, I'll say. I think their players are a little tougher than they used to be. They're more focused on football. Seems to be a better team camaraderie this time around. I'm encouraged. You can be encouraged all you want, Ian, but they're going to find ways to make you discouraged. I know.
You can be happy all you want, but they're going to make you discouraged.
It's very possible.
It's not possible. It's likely.
Unless they win the Super Bowl, of course I'm going to be discouraged. But
what if the Lions don't win the Super Bowl?
I don't expect them to.
They ain't going to win the Super Bowl.
But if they could host a playoff game, let's start there.
Well, if they win a playoff game.
I would love that. I'd love them to host a playoff game, which means they won the division.
They ain't going to win the North. I'm sorry.
But, look, that's what my expectation is as a fan.
They ain't going to win the North.
They didn't put themselves out of the equation yet. Last year they were not in the equation. 1 and 2.
What makes you think they're going to be in the equation this year?
Because they haven't lost a game yet.
Look,
Kansas City comes into town.
Yeah, Kansas City.
Slay might not be playing, Sherrod Davis, we'll see how much he plays. He got kind of re-injured. Those are two big, fast pieces on our team that we need to challenge their fast offense. It could be a 21-point, loss. We could get blown out.
Yeah, I expect it's going to happen.
But if we're a good team, I expect that not to happen. If we're not a good team, we get blown out. Fine.
Lions are going to get blown out. I'm sorry. Any final thoughts on the Lions? Yeah. This team, at least the Lions are not the Tigers.
Can we agree the Lions might be the best team in the city right now?
They are the best team in the city right now. But they are not.
Ugh.
But
That's scary.
The Tigers are a daycare center.
We'll talk to you next time. We'll see.
Be right back.
October 20th is National Community Media Day. Celebrate by visiting ONTV at the Orion Center and signing up for classes. ONTV celebrates more than 30 years of offering public, government, and educational access to the Lake Orion community. Local residents are invited to attend a 10-week video production class that offers instruction on studio production, field production, and non-linear editing. Upon completion of the class, graduates are encouraged to utilize ONTV studio and equipment to produce programming that airs on local cable TV and online. ONTV also offers access to its podcast room to those dreaming of starting their own series. ONTV staff also venture out into the community to capture local events, concerts, high school sports, and more. If you watch local government meetings, you can thank ONTV for providing the staff and equipment to televise meetings on local cable TV and archive them online to view on demand in the future. ONTV also supports the award-winning Dragon Broadcasting at Lake Orion High School with state-of-the-art video equipment so students can be prepared for a career in video production. Tune into Comcast channels 10, 20, and 22 or channel 99 on AT&T to see the wide variety of programming created by staff, students, and volunteer producers. For more information, call 248-693-3377 or visit OrionONTV.org today.
Welcome back to Between Taorminas here on ONTV. I'm your host, Ian Taormina. In surprise that Sam and Ian, my co-hosts, are agreeing with each other more. What's up with that? They're supposed to be disagreeing with each other. Now they're agreeing with each other? Have they both turned a corner? I don't know.
I won't go that far.
I don't go that far. So, but both of you two are agreeing on things like Michigan and, almost the Lions. Both of you seem to.
Sammy's just more jaded.
Is more, Ian, you're more jaded.
I'm not more jaded.
Yes, you are.
I am judging the Lions on this
Just
administration.
like you call a daycare center with the Detroit Tigers. So, speaking of the Tigers, this might be the point of where this loving, happy-dovey friendship breaks its back.
Yeah, we can't end on a positive note.
No. So let's talk about the Tigers. They have over 100 losses.
Yeah.
I told you they had 100 losses. You didn't even believe me, Sunshine. You didn't even believe me that they would have 100 losses. You know that, right? You didn't even believe me.
I didn't think.
And they're in the basement of the AL Central. You should have listened to me. You should have listened to me.
They're in the basement of the league, my friend.
Yes, they are. You should have listened to me. You should have listened to me when I had the chance. When you should have had the chance. You should have listened to me. I accomplished my goal, ladies and gentlemen. You should have listened to me.
I will never listen to you.
Yes, you should have.
I hear you.
You should have listened to me about the Cleveland Indians. You should
what
have
are
listened
they
to me
doing?
about the Minnesota Twins. Those two teams are the class of Central. You know it. I know it. Bob Bridges knows it, and the whole world knows it. So
is Bob Bridges okay? Have we done a wellness check? Did he get out of bed on Sunday?
You might aware that Bob could easily come back on the show and make your life miserable, Sam, right?
You can't
say anything about Michigan football. But
no, true.
Here's the thing. The Tigers, they got issues.
Wait, hang on, though. The number one pick in the draft is not one of these issues.
He's going to go
They
to
get
Baltimore
the number
Orioles.
one pick again.
No, they will not. Baltimore's going to get the number one pick.
They're like 3 games ahead of the Orioles, man.
Are they 3 games ahead?
Yeah, with like 7 left.
So Yeah, but what makes you think the number 1 pick's going to sign? What makes you think the number 1 pick in the draft's going to sign?
Are we drafting John Elway in 1980?
You should be drafting John Elway in 1980. Let's remember what he did. He didn't even go play for the Baltimore Colts.
Look, when you
makes you
put
think
$10
he's
million in front of a guy, he'll sign. He'll sign.
He ain't going to play for $10 million. You look at the Tigers' last first-round pick. Casey Mize. He's still in double-A ball.
Are you guys, are the Tigers' record?
That's a daycare center.
That's what it's supposed to be.
That's what the Tigers are, in a daycare center.
Okay.
Ah,
So can
Plays for Teletubbies World, the Tigers organization.
okay? Can I say my point? Okay, both of you.
And
You
wait,
both.
real quick, listen. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay, both of you numbskulls. All right. My question is, do you think that they're going to have a record that is worse than 2003? Yes or no answer?
They've already beat that,
beat that.
thankfully.
They already beat that.
So it's officially this is the worst Tigers team we've seen in our
No.
life.
This is the second
Second worst.
When was the first?
2003.
Okay.
We already guaranteed
We
more
guaranteed more wins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Okay, so I
that
wanna
team
ask
won
that
like
question.
what, 43 games?
Yes.
And we've got
But this is
44?
this
I
is
don't even know.
I never thought in my frame of mind that the Tigers would be a Teletubbies organization. That's what that organization is right now. They are a Teletubbies daycare organization, you know. And I'm telling you right now, I seriously would take a how do I put this? How would I put this? I would
This is
put
like Jeopardy.
I would put like a team that has young great
Are you
kids
done,
against
Sam?
the Tigers and they can beat the
So you're
Tigers.
saying a high school team could beat the Tigers?
I'm saying a preschool team can beat the Tigers. That's how low I am. A preschool team can beat the Tigers.
Okay, they're pretty bad right now. I think 4-year-olds would struggle to beat them. But there is light at the end of the tunnel.
There's
Some
no
young
life at
talent.
the end of the tunnel.
Well, maybe not that far.
There's no life at the end of the tunnel. That is a complete daycare center.
There's
You
some-
know it. I know it. The whole world knows it.
There's some young talent. It's going to be a couple years, but there's some young talent.
Who cares about the future? You need to win now. Win now, not build for later.
Any final thoughts?
I don't want them to win any more games this year, so I disagree we should not be winning right
You
now.
need to win now.
There's only 7 or 10 games left.
Win now.
No, but then we don't get the first pick.
You should deserve the first pick.
We deserve it.
You do
We've
not deserve the
struggled.
first pick.
That will
It's been a
conclude
hard
the
You do not
episode
deserve
of
the
Between
first
Jeremy
pick.
and
Great.
I
You do
accomplished
not
my
deserve
goal.
the first
They're not
pick.
fighting.
You do
So
not deserve the first
I have to
pick.
end it
Worst
here. I
team.
would enjoy more
First
fighting.
pick.
Have a
You do
great
not
night.
deserve the
The
first
worst
pick.
team.
You
It's
are
the
the worst
first
team.
pick.
You do not deserve the first pick.
The
You do not deserve the
first
first pick.
You suck. You get rewarded.